Okay, I'm gonna explain to you the myth of Odysseus.
Yeah.
No. You can actually I guess there's two parts to this myth. There's the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Yeah,
The
Odyssey.
the Odyssey is a is something of a sequel to the Iliad,
Yeah.
and it's basically let's see what the image after this one is. Okay, do you know what this is?
A seahorse.
No.
A horse.
No.
Like a.
Well, it is a horse, but
It's a tomb.
no. Okay, I'm gonna explain this to you.
Yes.
So, okay, Troy. You might not be familiar with the name Troy, but I think you might be familiar with the name the Trojan War.
No.
You're not? Okay. Well, I think you might be familiar with as I keep going. So just put a pin in that. Okay, the Trojan War between Troy and Ithaca, I believe, lasted for 10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Perseus devised this plan where he would construct like a giant wooden horse as a symbol of peace.
Yeah.
So please have this giant horse as a symbol of peace.
Yeah.
And so the Trojans accepted the horse, and they brought it into their city, and closed the gates.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I see it. Yeah. Oh my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But little did the Trojans know that the horse had some soldiers inside, and under the cover of night, when everyone was sleeping and it was quiet, and they were
Someone stole it.
yeah, and they were all inhibited, like intoxicated from partying and
Yes.
celebrating. The Ithacans like killed everyone.
The Ithacans.
Yeah, and sacked the city of Troy.
Damn.
Yeah. And by the way, that's the Trojan horse.
Yes. Looks nice.
Yeah, this is probably a
I wish it's real.
this is probably a
Could be
more
real, but
this is probably a more modern
yes.
drawing.
Yeah, it just reminds me like the Odyssey game of Assassin's Creed I played, like with the all mentioned like Odyssey, like Achilles Thetis.
I haven't played
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
That's why its name is Odyssey, you know what I mean? Like because of that. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say next?
I just know about the Romans and I think the war and that's really it.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
so let's proceed. What's after this?
Oh, he looks like a giant.
Okay, I guess this is just as good a place as any to start the next
Yes.
one. So, Perseus, rather Odysseus.
Yes.
I hope I don't get their names too confused.
Odysseus.
I hope I don't get the names confused
Yes.
too much because they sound, they end kind of the same way.
Yeah.
So on the way out, after sacking the city, they make their way to return home to Ithaca,
Yeah.
and they run into some trouble. They land on an island,
Yeah.
and they move into a cave somewhere. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably should have researched this episode a bit more because I'm a little fuzzier on the details.
Yes.
But I do remember the plot points because, unfortunately for them, they run into a cyclops, a
Really?
giant. Yeah, this is him right here, as you can see. Like the one
Oh,
eye.
the Cyclops. Yes.
Yeah. And he eats a few of the
Yeah.
of Odysseus' soldiers.
Yeah.
And he Odysseus tries to charm the Cyclops to
Yes.
get him to let his guard down.
Yeah.
So he presents him with some alcohol or some wine
Yeah.
that's like really potent, and you shouldn't drink it undiluted.
Yes.
But he gives it to the Cyclops undiluted, and the Cyclops is like, "Oh, thanks. For this, I'll eat you last.
Yes.
What's your name?" And Odysseus is like, "Yeah, you can call me Nobody."
Yes.
Like, "Oh, thanks, Nobody." So like, as he's like drunk off his ass, this happens. Odysseus takes a giant wooden stake and like stabs the Cyclops in the eye.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and
poor thing.
yeah, and the other Cyclops, and he's like, "Oh,
No,
my eye! I'm
my
fucking my eye!"
eye.
And the other Cyclops is like, "Well, what's going on? Who did this to you?
Yeah.
Nobody did it. Nobody did it."
Yeah.
And like, what are you talking about? Who's no?
Yeah, as long as like people behind him as well.
Yeah, so
Looking at it.
yeah, because his vision was impaired.
Yes.
They were able to sneak under some. They were able to sneak away on their ship.
Yeah.
But Odysseus decided to try and rub it in, and say, and by telling the Cyclops, "Hey, guess what? My name's not nobody. It's Odysseus."
Yes.
But little did Odysseus know that he didn't make things easier for himself because Odysseus needed to sail home.
Yes, he does.
On the sea.
Yeah.
And unlucky for him, this Cyclops' daddy was Poseidon,
Really?
the god of the sea. Yeah, so Poseidon was going to make things. It's going to make going home much more difficult for Odysseus. And at this point, I don't know the exact order of the timeline. I think I'm gonna mess it up a bit. So forgive me, Greek mythology fans. I should have tried harder. Okay, so I guess we'll just look at some of the things that happened to Odysseus on the way.
Yeah.
So so this is Odysseus right here, and these are the sirens. Beautiful maidens that could, lured that sang so beautifully. They lured sailors towards them, where they would inevitably crash their ships on the rocks.
Yes.
Odysseus wanted to hear the songs, so he had his crew, block their ears and tie him to the mast so that he could listen to the music, and they wouldn't let him go. So no matter how hard he tried,
he wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, because they also almost forgot about this. They also sang so beautifully that any crew member would jump on board to swim towards them.
Yes.
So yeah, that's that.
That's alright, really.
Oh, and this is another part of the myth. Okay,
yes.
Odysseus was at a bit of a crossroads. He needed to
What's got defeat?
There was goddamn. What's wrong with it? Why isn't this coming off?
I can do it.
I got it.
It's black very tight, Bonnie. Hope you like it. Because it's water.
Yeah, water's good.
Yes. Water's good, but you can't do it too much. If you drink too much, it actually takes away the good toxins.
The good toxins?
And the good good whatever.
Okay.
Flush for the good stuff.
Okay, well, as I was saying, Odysseus, he was at a bit of a crossroads where he needed to, on one side there was like a bunch of rocks that you'd have to sail through.
Yes.
And there was on the other side was a very narrow strip between a whirlpool and this monstrosity, the Scylla.
Yeah.
Which was a terrible monster that would, if you sailed too close towards it, it would take like 6 members of your crew with you, no matter what you did. And Odysseus he needed to. So he decided to, go that way.
Yeah.
And, Drusilla took 6 of his crew members.
Oh, wow.
And in case anyone is watching...
I think he had 12 crew members.
Pardon?
I think he had 12.
Well, he loses crew members on the way. And as I was saying, in case anyone is wondering, I have read the Odyssey and the Iliad.
Is it the book?
It's the book. So what's next after that? There's there is, I guess, one other story that I guess bears mentioning before we get to this image. There was Odysseus. He met this king somewhere, who having heard Odysseus' story up to this point, he gave him this magical bag that contains all the winds, and if you kept that bag and you kept it closed, and you kept and you kept it closed, your journey home would be much easier.
Yes.
But
I think I heard this part of like from somewhere.
Yeah, but Odysseus's crew was apparently a pretty shitty crew, and they figured that Odysseus was hiding something valuable in the
sheep.
in the bag, so they decided to open it. And right before he got home back to Ithaca, and they started like flinging him backwards. SpongeBob, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie did something similar.
Yeah, they did it with they did it. Yes.
Yeah. So
with David Hufflepuff.
David Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff. Yes.
Well,
my bad.
Well, there was something similar that happened there, but not quite the same thing.
No, it's not.
So now this image is Odysseus and his crew land on this island.
Yeah.
Which was controlled by this woman here, Circe.
Could be Circe Lannister.
Maybe she was the inspiration for that name.
Yes.
But she's probably just as wicked as Cersei Lannister.
Yes.
Hold on, I want to plug my laptop in.
Don't bother me. No, I shouldn't say that.
I mean, if I don't worry about it. I guess I could still keep talking, but I'm going underneath the table, so
be careful.
I'm going underneath the table, so no point in speaking.
Just
probably can't hear me now.
Yeah. You got it? Be careful your head. We don't want accidents here.
Yeah, did I actually hit my head last time?
Yes.
I did? Oh, shit.
Did you? Yeah.
I honestly can't remember. So,
yes.
Where was I? Oh, yeah, so, Odysseus was doing something, according to that Simpsons episode, he was working on the anchor.
Really?
Yeah, but...
I don't think it's true.
I mean, I don't know. I honestly can't
There's so many
remember.
stories, anyway.
So anyway, well, yeah, with mythology, you can, there's lots of different versions of the same story.
Yes.
So, yeah, well, Odysseus was doing something else. Circe gave his crew some a potion, which was she told them was hey, this is really good, you should have it, but it turned them into swine.
Ew,
yeah,
swine. What's that?
Pigs.
Oh, yeah, you said.
Yeah, and they were and as depicted in this image, I'm guessing they were eaten by some lions.
Yeah.
Or wolves, possibly.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, this pig looks pretty chill, honestly.
Yes, that is really fun.
Yeah, and Odysseus would have fallen for it.
Yes.
Except that he had Hermes, giving him advice. Hey, don't trust this woman.
Yeah.
So Odysseus was, he was able to get some directions away from Circe.
Yes.
And he had to sail through the underworld.
Yeah.
To get back to Ithaca.
Yes.
And okay, but while that was happening, Odysseus's wife, and
yes,
she was getting under a lot of pressure to marry one of the possible suitors.
Yes.
Because they didn't know that Odysseus was alive.
Yeah.
And while that was happening, Odysseus was trying to make his way home. His wife, I don't remember her name either, sorry.
Same.
She was trying to put off marrying somebody, and and their child, their older son, was also trying to help out his dad.
Yes.
So yeah, back in Ithaca that was happening.
Oh wow.
But eventually Odysseus does make it back to Ithaca.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but that's not but the story doesn't even end there. So he needed to go in disguise for a little bit, where he takes the form of this old beggar.
Yeah.
And he makes his way back to his palace. But just outside his palace, his dog recognizes Odysseus through the disguise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is a godly disguise. So
Yeah.
like the fact that your dog can still recognize you.
That's really incredible.
Yeah. That is really sweet.
It is.
Yeah. But unfortunately for them,
They didn't.
Odysseus still had to remain undercover, so he had to ignore his dog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and not only that, when Odysseus walked away from that dog, the dog died of old age.
Aww.
Yeah,
That's sad.
yeah, probably the saddest part of this.
Yes.
Probably the saddest part of this story.
It is.
Yeah, and okay, then there's this part.
So this all fight start breaking loose.
You can say that. So Odysseus, he walked into where all the suitors were,
Yes.
and they were like, hey, get to the back of the line,
So
pops.
they were fighting over who.
Well, okay, there was this challenge that they had to do where they needed to string a bow and fire an arrow through a series of targets,
Yes.
and none of them could do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but not only could Odysseus do it, he did it easily, without effort.
Yeah.
So then he stripped off his disguise and he says, "You're in my world now, bitches."
Yes.
So he, along with his son,
Yeah.
kill all of the suitors. Yeah. Father.
Is that his son right there? With
Yeah.
the oh, wow.
Yeah, I assume.
Yes.
I mean, he is drawn pretty significantly younger.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that's...
Oh, wow.
And we're still not done yet.
No.
Because we've also got... so this is...
Him and his wife.
Yeah, him and his wife. You know what? This is really bugging me. I should look up her name.
Yeah.
So just give me a moment. Address the audience for a little bit.
It's... I like mythology. It's really good, fascinating though. It's really fascinating.
Penelope. Oh man, I should have remembered that. That is almost like a cliche,
Yes.
pretty name. Okay, Penelope. Let's see. So, yeah, this is Odysseus with his wife Penelope.
Yeah.
Now, despite doing all that, back in his own palace, Penelope is still pretty skeptical of that this guy is her husband.
Oh wow.
So she's so she tells her servants, "Hey, why don't you bring my and Odysseus' bed in here?"
Yes.
But Odysseus is like, "Move out, bring our bed in here. That's impossible."
Yes.
Because Odysseus knows something that because Odysseus then tells a story that only he would know.
Yes.
So he cut down a tree.
Yeah.
And but he left the stump there, and from that stump he constructed a bed around it, and from that bed he constructed their bed chamber around it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and having told Penelope that story, she's like, "Oh my God, you are my husband! Oh, you're so, I'm so happy that you're back!" Yay! And they all lived happily ever after. Maybe, I don't know. There's probably some.
Some of
There's probably some versions or some later editions that maybe put a damper on this happy ending. But whatever.